is Light and Bone Tarot. Thank you so much for being here and letting me read for you. It's everything. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to get right into it. This is a singles reading, so it's for singles, and the topic is who is coming towards you in love. I guess it'll be like clues, what to look for. We'll see what Spirit reveals, but it's going to open up just insight about what is coming towards you in love. So if you are hoping to attract love or someone, that thing you or person you've been manifesting, this reading is going to give you some insight and hopefully get you excited. I have 4 different tarot decks and 4 different crystal cards. So you are going to pick your tarot deck or tarot deck crystal card, the combination that speaks to you the most, and that is going to be your pile. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit, like give you some focus here to kind of stare at this and take it all in. We will call this pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. So take a look, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you. This is Light and Bone Tarot. Thank you so much. Yes, can't wait to do this reading. This is for singles. If you're, single, not in a committed relationship, if you're anywhere outside of where you want to be, romantically speaking, then I think this is going to be a good reading for you. So we are really going to find out. I honestly don't know yet, but I think it's going to be something about like who is coming towards you, how to attract this person, where, when, all those good things. So you picked Shungite. You don't need to see that, but yeah, this is beautiful. Anything with like that kind of darker, like rainbowy color to it, or like acid, or oh my god, not acid, oil, like an oil slick. Anything resembling an oil slick always speaks to me, so love that. Okay, here's our tarot deck that we're going to use, and actually I think I'm going to start with 2 oracle cards first. So I'm going to put that on pause, and I'm going to grab these, and I'm going to ask Spirit to reveal your energy now and your energy that you need to step into, or it would be helpful for you to step into. Let's put it that way. I have a feeling you're doing everything right. You're right where you need to be. But let's get some insight as to where you stand now, and then a little bit about where you're going to kind of go into, and with the hopes of this attracting love. And I would have thought that this would be the other way around, but this is very cool because right now it looks like we've got you with magic, and it's this beautiful, vibrant purple card. It definitely makes me think of like crown or third eye chakra. It's just got that sort of spiritual, very tapped in vibe to it. There's just something about this. There's like this energy that kind of radiates off this card, and there's this sense, if I look at this and I think, okay, you're already doing things right. Like I said, you are right where you need to be. You're where you're supposed to be. Things are unfolding for you exactly as they should. And I get this feeling that you're currently tapping into something lucky. Things are working out for you. And so I don't know, get excited. The energy that I said we need to see you kind of stepping into, this is interesting. This is very, I guess I want to say plain, because it's definitely not white, it's not gray, it's just this muted color, and it's ghost. And I honestly don't know what I would say for this card as far as like where we would want you to be based on this card. This card makes me feel like I wouldn't generally recommend this, but based on this card, it's like maybe you need to like mirror someone. Maybe you need to be a little bit more of like a chameleon, but these are generally not things that I feel like anyone tells you you need to be. I feel like those are things that you're told to not be. So I don't entirely understand this, but I absolutely get this for your present. So maybe this ghost energy, this color, will get something more off of this. But yeah, this almost feels like a calming down. There might be a calming presence to this. This kind of, I really, really don't know. Okay, and I'm going to pull 2 more of the cards, Oracle, from a separate deck. And I want to feel, I want to know how you're going to know that you're just getting close to your person, that this is on the way, that this is happening. And what do we have here? We've got security. Okay. about your current energy now as well. And we have standstill. Okay. I've never done this format before, but I'm basically separating things as like, this is more of the future vibe over here, or energy, and then we have like more of the present. So your present, I love the Magic card. Standstill, there's an absolute piece to this card. It looks like aesthetically it goes with the aesthetic of this stone that you picked, the shungite. It is very much this kind of like rocky, oily, slick. There's water, there's, I don't know if it's like moss hanging from the ceiling, but it's very much this it's a calm, but it's a beautiful inky calm. Like there's a depth to it. It's not something that you're dying to get out of. It just feels very, it's almost like when fruit, like it's like the minute after your fruit got overripe. It's like you're at this point where everything's been very beautiful and very still, and you're just getting to that point of overripeness where maybe the anxiousness is going to set in because you've been still and quiet and beautiful for too long. And this is kind of a magic place to be in. Like I do feel like, and currently as I say this, it could work for any season, but it is summer right now, and I think you could call these like the dog days of summer. Summer kind of winds down, and maybe you have had like a truly magical summer, and not like things are too going to be true, but they've just been so good and so beautiful for so long that maybe you're ready for fall. Maybe you're ready for a change. This makes me think of like, things have been beautiful and placid, I want to say, and yeah, peaceful, and now it's like, okay, what's next? And looking into the future, this ghost with this like all colors combined mixed in with some white, I definitely don't understand it. We'll get there. But security, it's secure, but it's security because that's the word on the card, but it's also like there's a mystery here, there's an excitement, there's this, it makes me think of like stepping into fall or stepping into something new. That just the night sky with the fire, it gives you this sense of like bundling up, of creating like a little bit of a world around you. And you know, the ghost card, I mean, if I were to see a ghost, it'd probably be somewhere in this scene, or if I were to feel like there's this, by ghost, let's mean like positive spirit around me, it would feel more here than more here. So this kind of has this magic sense of like so much life, you don't know what to do with it. Like things are just brimming and they're like almost overripe in a beautiful way. And then over here we have this like whole new setting. So, okay, wow, that took 6 minutes. And literally didn't say a thing about love. I will say this though. I think you've either been in a relationship that has run its course, and maybe you're single as things kind of wind down, you're taking a break, like your relationship is just really ending, or you really have had this amazing time or episode in your life with like friends, work, whatever, you've been doing your own thing, and now you're like, this is it, I'm ready for the next chapter. You were so much ready for the next chapter to share this beauty. And so I really think we're gonna find out now as this new chapter develops for you what that looks like. And it does, it has a little bit more mystery to it. And honestly, like this looks like a nice place to cuddle up with someone. This looks like a vibe of getting closer to someone and getting more connected and kind of like, I don't know, like hunkering down a little. It just has that stillness to it, that like almost muddy, murky area of like, I want to say being stuck, but in a really nice way. And I don't know if any of that tracks for you, but I get the vibe here. So, okay, let me see. I want to see your current outlook on like love and relationships right now. So let's see like where your head is at. And I am going somewhere with this. So, okay, 3 of Swords, Temperance, and 7 of Swords. 3 of Swords definitely has an element of heartbreak to it. This deck gives you the option of like breaking that up and applying a different meaning here. And I've took the card that has a different meaning. So it's not really heartbreak. It's more of this like insight, this kind of insight to your heart. In other words, I think you're very much in control of your heart and your emotions right now. I really think that you are like very much in control. You are pulling the strings. I think you're in a good place, actually. Mentally, I think you're strong. I don't think you're lonely. I don't think you're needy. I don't think you're wanting anything. If anything, you have been having fun. You've been having fun in this single this singledom that you find yourself in. And that might be part of like what's getting overripe about this is maybe you've had, I don't want to say too much fun in a bad way, but like, you know, maybe you've had enough fun where you're like, okay, that was good. That was a good run. I did this with so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so, and now I'm ready for maybe a commitment. I feel like you've definitely enjoyed yourself. You've done your thing. Maybe you've, God, I just want to say turned some tricks, because that's like, when I think of the Seven of Swords in this setting, it makes me think of that. But I don't mean that in like a, I don't know, I mean that in any way. Like maybe you have like played some people. Maybe you have been a little more, I don't know, maybe you've been kind of like a fuck girl or a fuck boy, and you're now like ready, you've been that person possibly, and maybe it has been fun, and you know what, if no one gets hurt, it's not a bad thing, but I just feel like things are reaching an end. And with the Temperance, this is basically you wanting to strike a balance, like really cleaning things out and realizing that maybe how you've been functioning in a, you know, romantic way probably isn't serving you anymore or isn't serving anyone else. And I'm not saying that the example I just gave is an example that I think wouldn't serve you anymore. It just means that you've done enough of it, whatever that is. It can be 10 years, 10 days, like, so I'm not in any way saying like you've been doing something wrong and it's time to stop. I'm just saying like this is what could be going through your head, where you're ready for the next thing. And with that, it will strike a balance. And who knows, maybe the way you've been approaching love and relationships, it has been kind of like fast, and that quickness, that speed, that, oh, what's the word for like when there's a lot of numbers? I don't know, that cadence, whatever it is. Maybe it has been a lot. Maybe it comes with spending a lot of money. Maybe it comes with drinking a lot, or just indulging in ways that is exhausting and taxing, and who knows. So I do feel like that is you. And then the Temperance this does feel like a calm over here. This actually feels like a calm too, but again, I'm gonna go with the overripe and the standstill, and you're ready for more. Like, okay, I want to see, romantically speaking, what you're looking for. Like, what are you looking for on this? What's gonna call to you? Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and the Chariot. Okay. With the Chariot, I do think, and I always apologize when I feel like I do things in a cliche way. This really is the message here, but I do feel like the Chariot is you wanting someone who pursues you. I do think you want to be pursued. I think this is interesting to you. It's fun to you. I don't think it means you're going to go with the first person that pursues you, but I do feel like there's this sense of the person who gets you is going to be the one who kind of works for you. And you being the Ace of Pentacles, there's this. So not only do I think that you're going to be working towards finding this new relationship, this new person, this new like love interest, I think it's going to come with like a whole new chapter in your life altogether. And I see that in this kind of like murky, soft decay, kind of rancid situation we have over here. And all these things at one time were beautiful and in their prime, but I feel like you are going into like a new chapter. And the Ace of Pentacles is this, yes, it's an anything can happen, but it's you can start anything, you can build anything, you can start a career, you can make a new home for yourself, you can start fresh anywhere. And I really think that the person that you're going to attract and want is going to be someone that respects this and gets this and digs this about you and just like seeks you out. And then the Knight of Swords, I mean, we've got a little bit of everything here. This is also you. There's a sharpness to you. There's this keenness to you. I very much think that, well, I actually think this is a little bit of you and your partner. I can absolutely see your partner coming in a little hot and heavy when they do. I think they're going to almost sweep you off your feet. They're going to impress you. They're going to be smart and interesting and very good looking and sharp and all these things. You also are kind of this person. So I do think this will be I'm going to get into this a little bit because I think it's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be dynamic, and I think you're going to find that whoever is coming towards you is someone you've never let into your world before. Someone very different, someone that brings potential, excitement, and I think with this connection, I absolutely think there's something in this Ace of Pentacles that I think you're going to be building something, creating something for yourself. You're going to have the encouragement from this person, the support, and maybe multiple different ways to, like, I don't know if it's like get something off the ground for yourself, but I just feel like whatever you were doing before, as good as it might have been, you're stepping into something new and exciting. I want to see this person in 3 cards, and I only really have room over here, so I'm gonna bring them over here, but yeah, let's see your person in 3 cards. Knight of Wands, 9 of Cups, and can we do 3 cards here? Let's see. 4 of Pentacles, barely, we'll make it work. Knight of Wands is that sort of Prince Charming energy. It is someone that will come in like hot and heavy. It is romantic. It's full of romantic gestures. It's absolutely fun and exciting, but nothing. I think this is going to attract you, and you keeping this Ace of Pentacles and this Knight of Swords energy to you, this means like you're on your game. You're also going after what you want. You're not dropping everything just to be in a relationship, just to be in love. I really think you have like many pans in the fire coming up. I see a lot going for you. Just a lot happening. 9 of Cups is very, very exciting. I do think this person's going to be, I mean, wealthy is a pretty relative term in some ways, but let's say they're absolutely in their own right. They can take care of themselves. They've got plenty. They have all the things they need, and they may have a lot more than that. But at the very least, I definitely see this being someone who is not going to need to rely on you for money or support in any way. And I actually see that they'll be able to help you in ways that I haven't really touched on, and I don't know that I will, but I just see this being just beneficial to you in more ways than one. And the 4 of Pentacles, this shows, so we have 2 cards showing that this person might come in. Again, I'll say hot and heavy. By that, I mean, it'll be quick, it'll be swift. They're not going to mess around. You're going to know that they like you. They're not going to beat around the bush. They're going to be confident. They're going to, I don't know, probably look good on paper and look good in real life. They're just going to really check all those boxes, and it's going to be they're going to be enticing. And maybe you do like move quickly with them, and there's nothing to say that isn't all right or that you shouldn't. I don't think this reading is about like how to handle this person once they get here. I just think it's about like, this is what I see coming into your world and kind of where you're going to be. But the 4 of Pentacles, I like this because this to me offsets these other 2 energies of quick and intense. This is to me someone who is also grounded, is also balanced, is probably going to be a little protective of the money and the funds and the resources that they have. Maybe they've been taken advantage of in the past. Maybe they are a very generous person, but they're actually not going to lead with that. They're going to let, it's this sense of like, yes, I can be romantic and quick and I can win you over, but I'm also not going to rush into this. I'm going to take this seriously, and I will treat it with like, I'll just give it the time and the respect it deserves. So I like this because to me, it's like this counterbalance to some other cards that might feel like, oh, this could be, a situation of a love bomber or too good to be true. This tells me like, no, this is, you can make it work with this person. And I want to see you in 3 cards once you've welcomed this person into your life, or once you find them, yeah, let's see you in the near future when you've encountered this person. So we've got 6 of Swords. We've got Page of Cups. And can I do this here? 5 of Swords. I'm going to put this over here for now. Funny, the 2 of Swords. So Six of Swords is it's this good moving on. It's like, I don't know, chasing rainbows. But again, you've got this kind of flying on a bird feeling. I do think that you are going to be like moving very quickly towards what you want. And again, there's this piece on the board, or this thought, or this vibe I'm getting, that this person's going to come into your life as other exciting things are happening to you. And I do get that something around work, something around career, something around like building or establishing yourself. There's going to be something else clicking for you when this person comes into your life. And I really think this person's going to very much like get this path that you're on. It's going to be this like, they're successful in not exactly the same capacity, I don't know, but in a similar way. Like they're gonna, you know, over a glass of wine, you guys are really gonna enjoy talking about like career paths and how you're gonna grow together, and it's just going to be very exciting. I feel like this is someone where you guys both stand to make a lot of money and be successful. There's a kind of like a dual partnership here, and I think you'll both grow together. There's just a good feeling on the board here. But yeah, I do think you are going to move very, very quickly towards what you like. And I think you are going to be your mind is going to be free. You know, you're not going to be spinning with feelings of like, am I doing the right thing? Or do I feel stuck or anxious? No, I think you're going to be pursuing very much what you want. And Page of Cups, I think you're going to be really happy, and maybe even like happier than you've been in a long time. This might be the beginning of like you really understanding maybe like what a relationship should feel like, the kind of relationship you want to be in. I just see things really gelling and flowing. I see this as being a very like positive environment on many levels. So that's great. Five of Swords, there's a little bit of like sneakiness or trickiness here. But maybe this is you not losing yourself. Maybe you are naturally you have a sword energy, you have an air thing. We have the Seven of Swords here, which was you also. And it is someone like, it's not a trickster, but it is actually a trickster, but that doesn't mean that I would paint you with that brush. It's someone who's clever, who's keen, who doesn't really get taken advantage of, who's kind of one step ahead. And I think you are going to hold on to this energy. And I just think it's a way of saying like, you're not going to lose yourself here. You're not going to lose your edge. You're always going to be one step ahead. I don't want to see you like, you know, sticking needles and butterflies, but although he's not actually doing that, but I think it's implied that he's like torturing an insect. I don't know. You've got an edge. That's all I can say. So who is coming towards you in love? It's someone successful. It's someone, excuse me, someone that you will gladly welcome into your life. I think it's someone like, I don't know, someone you would call a 9 out of 10. It's a good person for you. And it's like you leveling up. I don't know who you've dated in the past, obviously, but I feel like this is a level up from anyone you've dated before, which, you know, even hearing myself say that, it does sound kind of shallow, but I mean it in a very positive way. And a level up, I don't just mean like they're making more money, they're working harder, they have a better job, because I actually think all that applies, but I think they're smarter. I think they're sharper. I think they're wiser. I think they have more to offer. I think your conversation is going to be richer. You're going to get more out of it. And, absolutely the potential to go places, but I see you going places in this relationship from a relationship standpoint, if that's what you want, but also from like a personal growth, professional growth angle. I think things are going to be good for you. So this is your reading. I think it's a great one. I love this reading. We still haven't figured out what the ghost gray means, but maybe I don't know, maybe it'll come to you in your sleep tonight. But I think it's a great reading, so I hope you enjoy it. Would love to hear your thoughts on it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Desperate. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. Hello, this is Light and Bone Tarot. Thank you so much for being here and letting me read for you. This is a reading for singles, and I mean, anyone can watch it, but you know, it's about the person that's going to be coming into your life, who is coming towards you in love. And yes, all my readings are very specific, definitely to a fault. So the last one was just that. So let's see if this one speaks to you. But okay, we've got Larimar. This is like a sea foamy stone. Anything that looks like cotton candy, I tend to gravitate towards, and it definitely has that vibe. And you picked, this is one of my favorite decks. It's the cats. It's a cat tarot deck. Love it. Okay, but before I get into the tarot, I do want to pull, this is what I did for the last reading, and I really liked it. So I want to pull these two cards. They're like chakra cards, and I want to see the energy that you're like holding now, and then the energy that like ideally we'd have you step into, or that spirit is saying like this might be a space you want to hold for your person to walk into your life. Okay, so right now we have stop and we have rejection. Okay, and which doesn't make any sense, but we'll make something of it all the same. Same thing. This is kind of like your energy and your space at the moment, and then we're gonna have that of which you're going to like embody and recognize and just kind of know that things are working out exactly as they should when this happens. Okay. So just speaking on these cards, so I'll say that the stop for me, it's very much like your root chakra. It's red, it's intense, it's energy, it's a lot of things. Right now, I don't know, are you like blocking yourself off to love? Are you being very, I don't want to say closed-minded because that makes it sound like it's something you're doing wrong, but there's almost like a fear here. There's like, I don't want to say so much an anxiety, but there's this, it's like a giant stop sign. And I think this starts with like a, at your base, at your core, there's something that's like stopping you from moving forward. So this, I don't have enough information on the chakras in front of me, and I can only study so many things at one time. So I can't elaborate too much on this, but I do feel like there is something's holding you in place. Like your feet are just glued right now. And so you are going to meet your person. This reading is going to help you figure out, I think, like, how are you going to know you're on the right path? How are you going to know when this person's coming to you? And like, what, if there's anything you can do, what's that going to look like? And rejection, this card, I think this is telling you, like, basically stop fearing, stop either thinking you're not good enough, stop. There's just a negative thought that goes with this. There's a lack of confidence, and moving forward, I think maybe you have to stop the fear of rejection, or you have to stop rejecting. I don't want to say anyone and everyone, because you're healthy and you're doing things out of an instinct that is serving you for the better, I can only assume. But I do think that this is open yourself up, stop fearing the rejection, and really there might be more here to this kind of fear-based thing that has you staying put. But truth, you might, like, if I can feel you in these two cards right here, and this card of stop, and this very intense, like, nothing's moving, nothing's happening, maybe you are going through this, I mean, like, seeking truth, like seeking that wisdom, that purity, really trying to think, like, what have I done wrong? What do I want to do differently? Who do I really want? I just feel like you're almost meditating right now on what you want. You're less concerned, or you have been up until this point, let's say, of bringing someone into your life. You're more concerned on, like, making sure it's the right person and that you don't jump into anything. I really get the feeling that you don't want to rush into anything. You don't want to go on a date and all of a sudden find yourself in a relationship. Like, I think you really have this fear of attaching yourself to someone, and maybe, I don't know, maybe that does have something to do with confidence, and maybe that fear of rejection is like, once you meet one person who really, shows interest, are you going to latch onto them or allow them to latch onto you because you don't want to deal with 30 more dates after that with 30 random people that might reject you? I don't know, like, there's just, that's the feeling I'm getting here. But the purity here, and with this beautiful white wolf with these two eyes that would never exist in real life, but it is a sense of, there's this card is so crisp and clean and beautiful, and there's this pureness, there's this sense of like when you're here in this space and you're not afraid of rejection, it's like you are so beautiful. There's this light. You see things so clearly. You're fierce. You're dominating. Like you are so totally in control and you're just sinking with everything around you. And I say that because the dog's eyes or the wolf's eyes are matching the trees in a way, and it's just this sense of like everything's clicking, everything is working full circle. So right now I do think you are putting like the stop on everything, and it's probably what you needed to do. Maybe you went through something, but a horrible relationship, there's trauma, there's something that you just are processing, and I think this is you doing the work here. And I also, but I think moving forward, you're now ready for you're ready for next steps, and we don't want you to either reject everyone that comes along or to fear that rejection. We want you to step into this like very pure, beautiful, serene space that you're going to be holding. And when you're ready to date, or when you're ready to let this one person into your life, you are going to feel very, very beautiful, very like fierce, and just, I don't know, like so sharp. And I keep saying beautiful because there's something so beautiful about this picture. This picture has like just like maybe 3 colors on the whole thing, not counting white. And it is so, like if this wolf was a person, it'd be the most stunning person alive. Like, I don't know, just in the eyes and this light that radiates off of it. So you're going to feel like this when it's your time. And it is going to be your time soon. I want to see your near future in 3 cards. And we start right off with the Lovers, which is wonderful and beautiful and fascinating, and just, yeah, it's everything. The full new adventures, stepping out, oh my gosh, and Judgment. So 3 major cards, and I do always say a very well shuffled deck, but these major cards, they always present themselves. Your near future is incredibly exciting. It is new. You're still sizing everything up. You're still analyzing things. You're still looking for answers. You're still really analyzing yourself. I think that's a part of your personality. You're an analyzer. You love the data. You love the facts. This is, I think, a part of who you are, and it's ingrained in you, and it might have to do with your work as well. But I think you're not going to shed that. But part of that is you seeking, like you taking the time out that you've taken to kind of really assess what serves you. But yes, coming up, we've got, you are staying true to yourself. That's not going to change, but there's absolute adventure. There are unknowns. There's quirkiness. There's fun. And there's absolutely, like, I have to take this Lovers card that came like front and center as a sign that you will be loved up in your very near future. And I think that you're going to get there by staying true to yourself, analyzing everything, and, you know, and taking everything for what it is at face value, and always, like, I don't want to say judging yourself, but in a good way. You're always keeping tabs on yourself. You're never, I don't think you're crazy. I don't think you're hasty. I don't think you're wild. You know, I think you're like, you're reasonable. You're very balanced, and there's this very cool, collected, calm, cool, and collected vibe to you. But the Fool, this might seem a little out of character. This might be someone that you don't usually embody, but you are going to step into this fun, almost haphazardly fun energy. And I don't know if that's necessarily going to bring you to your person, or if your person's going to bring this spirit out in you, but just know that you've got like a fun roller coaster ahead of you, and you're going to enjoy the hell out of it. Okay, so that's your future. I don't usually do things in this order, but I want to, actually, I don't know that I even need to, for some reason your present doesn't really concern me. I feel like I can see you. I feel like I know you're present, and you're ready to move on. And we see your future here as this like incredibly positive space. I want to see a little bit about this person. Like, show me this person who's going to just, I don't want to say change your life because that's so extreme, but that you're going to let in. Let's put it that way. Show me this person you're going to let in. Okay. I'm like, is this right side up or upside down? It's very hard to tell. Oh my gosh. Ivy 4. Yes. Right? Or no, is that 9? Oh my gosh. Where's my head? This has to be 4. Four of Swords. Yes, he's showing 4 teeth. It's Four of Swords. Lost my mind there for a minute. Seven of Pentacles and Two of Pentacles. Every deck does a different way of telling you what suit and number you're on, and sometimes it's just more than my mind can handle. Okay, who is this person? What do they look like? Four of Swords is kind of like rest, recovery. Seven of Pentacles, definitely like putting work in. Sorry, let me just think on all this, juggling act. Okay, because I have two Pentacles cards here, I do think your person is going to be, I don't want to say like work is going to define them, but they are going to be very attached to the work they do. You might meet this person at work, but I want to say this rest and recovery, if I took this like, again, so specific, I feel like you would meet this person while you guys are both on vacation from work. Like that's who this, or you're going to meet this person and you guys are both going to take a vacation from work. But if we wanted to know when you're going to meet this person, if you take this vacation from work, which could be that full energy of like going on an adventure, doing something different, I fully believe this is where you would meet this person. I just, I want you to meet them close to home and not like, you know, in Romania or something. So I do hope that you meet this person in a way that you can actually maintain a relationship with them, but I do see you maintaining a relationship with them. That's the whole point of this, like who is coming towards you in love. But yeah, this person is close to their work. They take their work seriously. I do think that they have to like almost balance work and life, but they do know how to do this. They do take time outs when it's appropriate. But yeah, they're a worker. Maybe they're an entrepreneur, they're starting new businesses, they're into startups, they're into tech, I'm not sure, but there's something about like, just, in other words, I don't think you're going to be meeting someone who's been doing the same job for 15 years and could do it on autopilot. I think there's like there's something always challenging and in a good and exciting way, taxing about the work they do. I think it defines them, it's who they are. And this will excite you. This will make you realize that this person isn't, you know, they don't want to latch onto you in this way. Like they're not going to try to, you know, move in with you and cook you breakfast every morning. Like they've got their own life. They've got their own patterns, their own habits. And this is really going to put you at ease. There's, cause I think you're afraid of someone like glomming onto you for some reason. I get that sense that you just really don't want to find yourself all of a sudden connected to someone. And you do seem like the kind of person that might stay with someone past an expiration date because you don't want to hurt them, or you don't know how to end the relationship, or you don't know how to move on properly. I just, I feel like that could be you. But, all right, I want to see your person in 3 more cards because this is a lot of fun. I want to see a little bit more about them. I'm going to move this over here. And your person, and 3 more cards. That's my dog. Another 2. So we've got 2 of Wands, the World, and Knight of Wands. I do think they're creative. I think they're passionate. I think they're kind of like, they have this boss energy. They're looking for adventure. They're looking for excitement. I do think they have a more adventurous piece to them, where they would almost, if you guys, you know, did wind up dating or doing your thing for a while, I think you would find yourself going on quite a few adventures with them, which is that full energy that I think would play out over and over again. I think this would really excite you. I think it would make you feel not only alive, but also like, just like it would uncover, and this has nothing to do with judgment, but I do feel like it would uncover mysteries for you. I just see that, you know, we've got the pyramids here and these like esoteric symbols, and I just feel like they'd really open your eyes to things that you wouldn't probably explore or realize on your own. But yeah, I do think they have I think they do very well for themselves. I think they can kind of create the world they want. I think they're very confident. Yeah, and I was gonna say there's something I see with like cycles or like cyclical with them, but maybe maybe that's like the starting and the stopping of different businesses and the growth, almost like they're just something to do with their work is very intense, very real, and it's almost like they have to work hard and play hard equally to kind of like maintain and stay sane. But I do think you're gonna meet them when they're like playing hard. And then, you know, the next day or the next week or the next month, they'll be really working hard. But I do think that's when you're going to find this person. Like, I couldn't be more specific. I just want you to get out and find them. And I want to see you in 3 cards when you're kind of like, when you meet this person, when things start clicking. And hopefully these are 3 really beautiful cards to show how happy and just kind of like lit up you're going to be. So let's see you in 3 cards when you're with this person. Okay, so this is 8 of Pentacles. These little numbers are so tiny. 8 of Pentacles, also a card about putting in work and kind of reaping rewards. 7 of Cups and 3 of Swords. Okay, so here's how I'm going to read this because I see very positive things for you guys. I do think this person is going to, in regards to like work or money, I think being with them is going to make you, I don't know, work harder, be more successful in your own right. There's something here like they're going to challenge you or push you. But yeah, this 8 of Pentacles is like, it's kind of like enjoying the fruits of your labor. Really like sizing things up and being like, yeah, I did it. I've come this far. It's kind of like a little bit of like a milestone card. So I do think this person's going to make you look back and be like, oh, wow, I've done all this. And you know, maybe it doesn't have to do with work. Maybe it's like how far you've grown in this relationship. Like, look how strong we are. Look how good we're doing. But you are going to be someone who looks back positively and hits a milestone. So you will be hitting a milestone, whatever that is. But it has something to do with work, with love, with home, with foundation, with growth. It's all very positive. 7 of Cups, I do think this person's going to have you kind of like dreaming a little bit. They're going to, and this isn't bad. The 7 of Cups has a funny energy where it's funny in that like you are going to feel swept away and carried away. I think it's good. I think this is all good. This person looks successful. It looks like you guys really have something here. But I do think you're going to be surprised how much you like this person. They might have you thinking about like, whoa, what if this is my person? What if we do get married? What if we do build a house together? What if we do, you know, move to Croatia together or something? Like, who knows? But I feel like they're going to have your head kind of spinning a little bit. I just want you to, you know, maintain a level head but you are level-headed. This is you. You are almost like perfectly balanced in your own right. So this to me is exciting. Like, I think emotionally you're going to be kind of like, you're just going to be lit up. You're going to be very happy. There's going to be this excitement in you that you probably haven't seen or felt before or in a very long time. And this is the card that I'm going to read a little differently because I don't see anything about heartbreak in any of this. And this 3 of Swords is a card of like, it's generally a card of heartbreak, but here's what I think. I actually think this relationship is going to, I don't want to say it's going to put you through the ringer because that might sound bad, but I think you are going to experience a lot with this relationship. It's going to be the full gamut. It's not going to be like, you know, rainbows and unicorns all the time. In other words, I think this could be a long-term relationship, like a partnership that really goes somewhere. But yeah, I think this could be the person that you have some epic blowouts with. This could be the person that, you know, you take a break for a couple days or a week and get back together only to be stronger. Like, this could be someone that really, you go through all the like trials and tribulations of love and a relationship. And yes, maybe you will have a point where your heart hurts with this person, but I don't think it's going to be anything that you don't work on together as a couple, you don't repair, in other words, like, this is what happens when you're in a relationship. You do experience pain at times, and not always, but I think this is like a card to say, like, this is going to be a real relationship, and get ready. Like, you're gonna you're gonna get to feel all these things, but you're gonna get to feel the excitement and the rush of emotion that comes with like being with your person and feeling amazing and wanting more. You're going to be like crisp and clean and beautiful and pure in your thoughts and your actions, and you're just going to feel very balanced and very clean. I feel like you're going to get to kind of wring yourself out and start fresh and be very clean. But yeah, there might be parts of you that are scared or nervous. You might push this person away at some point. It might turn into a whole thing, but then you'll come back together. So I just see this very good, exciting, I think I said roller coaster before, and I don't know why the word roller coaster came to mind, but yeah, I think you guys are you're gonna ride the waves together. But that is to me what a long-term relationship looks like. And there's, you'd be like delusional to think it'd be any other way. And this is gonna help you grow, and it's gonna help you realize like I don't know, this is just what relationships look like in a lot of ways. Okay. In other words, I personally wouldn't want the relationship that's perfect all the time and never has an off day or an off week. We never fight. I don't want that. I want the roller coaster. I want that excitement and that tension and whatever. So yeah, that's what I see for you. And I was just about to try to recap all this, but I realized it would take too long and I would probably lose you. But I hope you liked this reading. I would love to hear your comment on it. Please do like, comment, subscribe, because I do need it. I am desperate for it. I've had this channel for a while and I thought for sure I'd be monetized by now, and I'm not. But that's all right. I do enjoy these readings and I hope you do too. So thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Goodbye. Thank you so much for watching and listening and letting me read for you. We are doing a reading. It's geared towards singles, and it is who is coming towards you in love. So hopefully this reading, like the two that came before it, very specific readings about how you're going to know when it's your person. And I don't know, it's just they're good readings. So let me read for you. Okay, here we go. I'm actually going to start with some oracle cards to open it up, but you picked obsidian, and I just have like a love affair with obsidian. That looks like a face. I just noticed that. That's so weird. That is so weird. I love obsidian. I've said before, in case you watch every video I've ever made, for the other time I've said it, I cannot not see that face. I used to look for obsidian close to my old hometown in Napa, and it was like in the vineyards, and I'd go look for obsidian in the vineyards, and I have a lot of obsidian that I found in the vineyards. Okay, so if you ever go to Napa, you can find it in the vineyards too. Okay. So I'm gonna take two of these like chakra oracle cards, and I'm gonna find out sort of the energy, chakra energy that you're in right now, and then the one that you will need to step into to let your person in, or just advice, I guess. Okay, so right now we have you at ideation and disruption. So we obviously don't want to have you step into disruption. That's why I said that I put a little caveat on it, because I feel like for all three piles, this oracle card's been kind of funky and like not something you would step into, but we make a story out of it all the same. But right now, ideation, this isn't quite red, it's not quite orange. So to me, this is somewhere between like your root and your sacral chakra, which for me, like this vibe tells me that you are being very, very selective, very picky right now. It's almost this like, without being crude, like if you let anyone, I don't know, if you let anyone into your pants, they're gonna have to be freaking perfect, is basically what I get. Like almost like you have stopped being intimate, or you stopped like caring about that until you find the perfect person. So help me, that's the vibe I get off of this card, and that would be you in your space right now. Like you are just waiting for that perfect person, and until you find them, like, I don't know, maybe you'll kiss someone, or maybe you won't even like give someone a hug. You're just like, let the perfect person come to me. Disruption, it's funny what to say about disruption, because I don't want you stepping into it. I do think this space you hold right now, which I do like, there's something very like, I don't know if it's noble is the right word, because I wouldn't say nay to anyone who wasn't in this space, but there is something like very cool about it. Like, you know yourself and you're doing you and good for you. And it's a little bit funny, but it's also, it's just also cool. But yes, I think that will be disrupted. This is pink. I can't even say that this is like a chakra color. But there is, if we take like an aura kind of color and element to this, I do feel like pink has a lot to do with like, not only fun, but there's this self-love piece to pink. Like, I feel like if you have this pink aura around you, you love yourself, you're protecting yourself, you are, I don't know, you're kind of like in love with life. Like, it's a very happy place. I cannot say, like, of all the words to give to a pink or to a pink card disruption, I can't figure it out, but maybe that'll come to us because it's funny. But if this tracks, then yeah, definitely stick with me. So we're gonna do these 2 oracle cards again to kind of see the space you're holding now, and like when love comes to you, how will you know? This is what it's gonna look like. You know what? I'm doing it in reverse. This is what it's gonna look like, and this is where you are now. Okay, so interesting. Protection absolutely tracks for me for where you are new. I do think you are protecting yourself. You know, maybe you're abstaining, and by abstaining, we'll take that with a grain of salt. That can mean so many different things. That can mean that like last year you slept with 300 people and this year you've only slept with 250. Or it could mean that, like I said, you haven't even hugged someone, you haven't kissed anyone. Like it relatively speaking, I do feel like you've been protecting your heart, you've been protecting your body, and you know what, maybe you're protecting your health too. Maybe you are afraid that if you get close to someone, there's a risk of contracting something. I don't know, like, this goes through my mind sometimes, like, I don't know, I feel like everyone goes in phases where you like read too much about something and then you're like, oh my gosh, well, now I have to think of that every time I kiss someone, or I don't know. But I do think you are protecting your space, your body, your mind. You're really taking a time out. You're taking a step back. And again, whatever that means for you, it's been a little, just something you're doing differently. I think you're getting ready to step out of this energy of protection, but I do think you'll be doing it carefully. And interestingly enough, I guess this disruption card is you, like, it is you loving yourself. It is you taking care of yourself. And it's funny because solitude with this is like, it's not really the vibe that I would see for someone who's like stepping into this wild love affair, but like maybe you aren't stepping into a wild love affair. Maybe you're stepping into something that's like peaceful and calming and connective. And maybe this might not sound exciting at all, but maybe you wind up dating someone that you never really thought you'd ever be into. And maybe this person is like into yoga and meditation. Maybe they're a vegan. I don't know, but there's something like regarding love, there's something different for you over here. And I am going to spend the rest of this reading trying to make this actually sound exciting and not like some very weird, I don't know, like you're going to take up with like some guru or something. I don't know. But I do think that you are going to be stepping out of this ideation phase that you're in, and you know what, God bless you, because it's a great space to be in. And honestly, you know, you'll find me here in this space as well. So good for you. Okay. And you know what, good for you if you're not there too. So, okay. I feel like I like to start off and say, I want to see you in 3 cards, but I feel like I just talked about you ad nauseum for 7 minutes. So let's skip the you in 3 cards and let's go into like, I want to see like the space you're going to be holding soon. Just when you're going to meet this person, what are things going to look like for you? And maybe what we see is dramatically different than where you are now, or maybe it sounds just like where you are now, but it'll help us figure out like, how are you going to know when this person's coming into your life? What's your life going to look like? 10 of Wands, the Lovers, love that. And the Sun. Wow. Wowzers. The Sun is one of the best cards in the deck, and the Lovers, given the context, is one of the best cards for love. I can definitely pull the Lovers card under different contexts and turn it icky, but for this, I freaking love it. And 10 of Wands, but then there is this like, we've got the Lovers and the Sun, which is anything around the sun trumps all. So everything is literally, the sun is shining on you, but you worked hard to get here. There is this, I don't want to say burden, but there's a heavy load. You've got a little baggage, but that's okay. I just think in your near future, things are going to start clicking. Things are going to happen. And you know what? If you want love, and I see you a little bit, I think you really do want the perfect relationship. I think you're really waiting for it. I think you're refraining, you're holding back, you're like assessing every situation because I really think you want something real, the real deal. And I do think that this road you've taken, this ideation, has been taxing. I think it has been hard on you. I think it's felt like a weight, and it's probably, it would be easier to do the easy thing, which is maybe date 100 people and then pick one. But I just don't think you've really done that. I think you're really like looking down on your own life and being like, what works, what doesn't. I want to take care of myself. I want to plan for my future. I just feel like you're really doing everything right. It's been hard. I don't think it's been a lot of fun. I don't think you've had a lot of fun, but you have been protecting yourself in many different ways. So good for you. You have your health, your sanity. I think you're sleeping great at night. You're probably eating well. You're probably in the best shape / fitness of your life. So I think, but it's a ride, but wow, what a beautiful future to shed light on. Things are going to be very, very lovely for you. And I want to see your person. Let's see your person in 3 cards. Let's see if you can get excited about this. The Moon. They're dark and mysterious. Heart of Wands. I will tell you, this deck gives a name for Page and King and Queen, and the Heart. I think the Heart is the King. Oh, the fact that I don't know kills me. 9 of Cups. Well, I'm going to tell you what. Your person coming into your life, I'm going to call them the King of Wands, because if they're not, they're the Queen of Wands, and although they're different, they're similar. This person is mysterious. I think this person's a bit of a mixed bag. I think this person does very well for themselves. I think this person might be actually a little flashier than you're used to, but I think this person is passionate. They know what they want. They're not silly. They have this goodness to them all the same. And I get this out of the Wands, because the Wands, whether it's a Queen or King, I'm going to call this the King. I really think there's this desire to always do better, to do the right thing, to live life not only to the fullest, but while being the best person you can be. There's something very soulful about your person. I wouldn't be at all surprised with this Moon piece if they are spiritual, if they do meditate, if they might have a crystal or 2 lying around the house that they, hold on to. I get this vibe that they're a little plugged into certain things that you might, well, you're here watching this reading, so you definitely get this. And maybe in the past I don't know if you were looking for this in someone or not, but I think it's going to be a nice, warm, fuzzy surprise to find out that they have these little pieces to them. It's almost like it's going to be someone you can like talk about astrology with, and I don't know, I don't know. I can see you guys like drinking wine and talking about astrology out of the blue. And I'm not saying you have to talk about this every night, but I just think this person's going to have layers that are going to feel very calming to you. It's almost going to throw you for a loop. I actually, and again, there's something different about this person. There's something about this person that's going to catch you off guard. That's going to make you, they're almost going to take you aback somehow. And you're going to be like, I never thought I'd fall for someone like you, but again, that doesn't sound exciting now, but in the moment, if you're actually falling for someone, it is exciting. And I do think you're really, really going to like this person. I think it's going to be the one person that you're like, whoa, I had no idea I could feel this way. I just feel that for you. And 9 of Cups, if I didn't say it already, I do think they're successful. I do think they have, a lot going for them. I think they're established. I think they live a good life, a full life, a rich life. I think they're pretty rad. I like them. I want to see, how are you going to know, when you've found them? What's going to be your world, your place? I don't know, just 3 cards to show, here's how you know they're coming into your life or you've found them. Spirit of Wands. I do know that Spirit is the page, so I feel like things are going to start popping off. Movement of Cups, that's the Knight. So we've got 2 categories pegged. And Ten of Pentacles. Love the Ten of Pentacles. It's the pinnacle of the Pentacles. I made that up. Not just now. I've said it many times, but came up with it all by myself. It's a great card. You're going to be on one. You're going to be motivated. You're going to be like ignited. You're going to feel like incredibly creative, alive. But also there's going to be this like emotional piece to you that maybe is lacking right now that you're going to step into. You're just going to feel a lot of feelings. I think you're going to feel like more romantic, more loved up than you ever have before. You're going to be excited. There's going to be this fire energy in you, this fire. I mean, literally there's going to be this light. You are going to feel ignited. You're going to feel lit. When you start feeling this, and you might feel this just watching this reading, then get ready, because I do feel like, and with that, you're going to want more. You're going to want the connection that you've been kind of like refraining from. You're going to feel like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to like disrupt all this and turn it upside down. The solitude piece, oh yeah, I'm connecting this to your guy, your person, because I do think they're going to come with a sense of calm and stillness that's going to be like almost, I don't know, so calm it's disruptive. I don't know, but it's going to be good, and you're going to like truly dig it, and you're going to love it. And Ten of Pentacles, the thing I made such a fuss about, this is like your world, your home, your career, your life. Like things are good. Okay. You're going to know that this person's coming into your world because I just feel like you're going to think everything's good, right? Like things are good at work. I like where I live. I feel complete. And I don't want to make it seem like everything has to be perfect, because I feel like this is also the card of like what you would aspire to and look forward to. And, this is the card you also want for your future. Like, but I just, you're going to have this confidence. There's going to be this sense of like, you know what, although I could always want more, I'm very happy. I'm feeling very full, very grateful, very satisfied. Like you're going to have this sense of contentment, not contempt, but content. You're going to be very content. And this is going to be the sign that like this person is not far behind. I want to ask, like, in what kind of a setting or what kind of a way might you meet this person? This was revealed in the cards on the last reading, and it was kind of cool. So let's see if we can get an idea of like how you might meet this person. Yeah, how might you meet them? Boom, I want this one. 5 of Pentacles. The Star. Spirit of Cups. Okay. How might you meet them? Okay. I mean, I'm going out on a limb here, but it's the message I'm getting. The 5 of Pentacles card isn't my favorite, so I don't exactly know how to speak to that totally literally, but I am going to incorporate it all the same. I think you're going to be doing something that you've wanted to do for a while, something you've refrained from doing because it either cost too much money, you didn't have like the right time, the right environment. There's something you're going to be doing, and this is the Star card, something that brings you joy and happiness. This could be a trip, this could be traveling, this could be buying an expensive watch that you bought. It could be just something that is obviously going to cost money. It's going to take up some kind of resource from you, but you're going to do it. You're finally going to do it. And maybe you're thinking right now, oh my God, I know what that is. It's the plane tickets I want to buy. It's the, I don't know, coat that I want to get. Like it's the house I want to start looking at. Like, I don't know, but it's something big. It feels a little bit like a purchase. Feels kind of like, ooh, it's a big one. You're going to break the seal. You're going to do that. And this is the Spirit of Cups. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a rush of emotion. You're going to feel like, finally you're doing this. Like the floodwaters, you're just letting it all out. You're doing it. And it might actually be disruptive. But this is, I think, when you're doing this, when you step into this energy, when you do this activity, when you're shopping for this, when you're doing this, when you're experiencing this, is when I think this person's going to come into your life. So, and you know, I don't know if you have a trip planned. I don't know. But this is the energy I get of when you're going to meet this person. And maybe right now you don't even know, you haven't even thought seriously about like going through with this one exciting thing. And maybe this reading tells you like, oh my God, I am going to get those tickets. I am going to get that. I am going to, I don't know, it could even be like going back to school or taking a certification course, like just something that you didn't do before because you quite frankly didn't want to put the money or the time towards it. Because I do think it takes a little bit of both, but you are ready now, and you're ready. This is gonna like kickstart everything for you. So this is your reading. It's specific. It's exciting. I think you are in a I totally admire and respect where you are. I think you're in a great place, and I think you're heading into very exciting territory. And this person's gonna be, they're gonna be everything you never knew you wanted. They're everything you wanted and then more. And the more is you never knew you would click so well with someone like that. But then I do think you're gonna be like butt crazy in love with this person. And I absolutely think that this is gonna be, I wanna say your person. And I say that a lot, but in my way of viewing these cards, I think it's someone that you're really supposed to find and be with, dare I say. Okay. Love to hear your feedback on this. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it tracks and feels good, and let me know if any of this comes to play or sounds right. Okay, thank you so much, and please like this video, subscribe, and comment. Those 3 things do everything to get me monetized, which I'm currently not, and hope to be soon. Okay, thank you. Bye. Tarot. You are pile 3. Thank you so much for being here and letting me read for you. This is a fun reading. It's geared towards singles, and I guess the whole point of this reading is to figure out who is coming towards you in love. I think the last 3 readings have been great. So they've just really showed like, I don't know, like what to look out for and who they're going to be and what it's going to feel like and how you're going to know it's them. And just a little bit about like really this exciting future that's coming your way. So, yes, let's get into that. You picked Hiddenite, and God, this is like, it's just so beachy. I can't stand it. It's so beachy. I love it. I love it. So I love everything about the beach. And before we get into your actual tarot, I'm going to take 2 oracle cards, 4 oracle cards from 2 different decks. And this is like a chakra kind of themed deck. I'm going to find out like the space you're in now, and then the space or like some kind of input we need to see you inhabiting to meet this person and to open yourself up. So we've got consciousness for your current, and then coming up we have protection. Okay. It is funny. This is the 4th reading. This card about like what space you need to embody in every single reading has been like not the energy that you would take opening yourself up to love. Like protection feels like don't open yourself up to anyone, but that's not, we will absolutely turn this into like, it'll make sense. We won't turn it. It'll just make sense. I want to see again your space now, and then like the space that you will have when this person enters your life and who's coming towards you. So currently, I'll go with this. Okay. We've got 2 cards here. I'm going to take this one here. Feel good about that. And then, you know what? I'm going to say this is you coming up. Relaxation. Okay. So I've been able to tell quite a story based off these 4 cards. And, it's funny because the protection and the relaxation do go together. Okay. So right now, consciousness and going forward, this does have that kind of like higher vibe energy. It has that sense of like, I don't know, maybe you are in a more like spiritual space. Maybe you are trying to connect with different things, or you're opening yourself up to spirit. It doesn't have to, like, you don't have to be reading a ton of books on this, but maybe you're like just watching tarot readings and like experimenting with crystals and whatever it is. I just feel like you are in a more spiritual place. And I do feel like with this consciousness, it's almost taken the energy or the focus off of like love. I think it's been exciting and it's opened up doors for you and it's shown you things and it's made you realize like maybe the person you want to be and maybe even who you want to be with. But I just think it's like, as a result, love and relationships have kind of taken a back seat. And I do think right now you are ready to go forward. And this does have this kind of like enchanted garden, this incredible like path lit up through these beautiful green hills. Like it really tells me that like you're ready, but you're ready because you've kind of reached like a higher ground. Actually, I think mentally, physically, spiritually, more than anything, you're in a place that feels more clear, just better all around. Like you're higher vibe than you've ever been. And I hope this is true because it is like a very beautiful space to inhabit. I think you're doing things right. And yeah, but I do think you're ready. I mean, you are here, you're ready to let love in, but you've definitely put some work and energy into other things that are very important that not everyone puts work and energy into. So good for you for doing that, because I think it has been work, and I think it's been like a discipline. I just see this discipline. And the protection, you know, it doesn't make sense to say like moving forward you're going to be protecting yourself, but you will be protecting yourself, your heart, your mind. I think you're operating under a different like just different goals, different things are driving you. You're looking for different things, and I don't think you're like going to be willy-nilly just like picking the hottest partner you can find. I really think you're looking for that, like your place, your home. And the relaxation to me is like, if we equate this to a relationship or to your person, it's like you're just gonna feel like you're home, like you're cuddled up on a couch reading a book. I don't know, hammock in front of, I don't know if it's a rising moon or a rising sun or a setting sun or a rising moon, but it is very, who wouldn't want to be here? It's very blissful, and it is absolutely like you're totally at peace. I know I'm kind of almost blown it on this piece, but I completely see you on this piece. So this piece will, I guarantee, make more sense as we open things up a little bit, but yeah, let's open some things up. And I do want to see you right now a little more clearly, because there's a path you're on, and I just want to say a little bit about this path, and maybe it'll help us understand who's coming into your life and when and how and why. So let's see you in 3 cards right now. So we have 2 of Wands. Every deck is so different, it makes me laugh so hard. Queen of Pentacles, and okay, 8 of Cups. Okay, let me just I mean, I do see a journey. I think it's like you're on a journey, and I don't know if this journey has been you like abstaining from something. I don't know if you've like been intentionally seeking this kind of like higher ground or this like almost purity, this cleanse of sorts, but I really feel like you have cut things out of your life. You've been searching for things. You've been like scoping out the right situation. I just think you've been acting very intentionally. I do think there was maybe a pain or a loss that kind of drove you to this, and that could be so many things, but there's a reason why you found yourself in this space. I don't think you've always inhabited this kind of mindset, but I see this as being like you. This is kind of the new you. You're always going to have this very like, and it's funny because this crystal is so clear and beautiful and so kind of ethereal, and I just feel like this is sort of your new vibe. You've just got this kind of beach vibe. Yes, laid back, but also clean. Like there's a simplicity to you, and it's very bright. There's a lot of light, and I do think you are a very good person who's working towards being an even better person. And I will say that I haven't said this in the other piles, but I do think the person you choose or you let into your world, the person that's coming towards you, you will be very, do I want to say scrupulous? Like you will, you'll size them up. They'll have to be good enough for you. This isn't the first person who compliments you, or this isn't about looks. I mean, granted, you're going to find your person that you're like literally, you know, batshit crazy about, but there are a lot of boxes they're gonna have to check. And I think those boxes have a lot to do with like just their internal compass and where they're headed and what they're doing and how they live their life and what are their habits. And I see that. And you know, if you're like, nope, none of this makes sense, I'm honestly just looking for like, I don't know if this, then there's probably another pile that is better suited to you. But this is how I see you right now. And this protection piece over here, it does make sense. You're going to be very selective about who you let in. You're almost like there is this lock and key situation with you. And it's funny because neither one of these cards really speak to a chakra color. This would absolutely be one of the higher chakras. If we had to assign it, this would be more like crown chakra, as we get into this white, violet, I guess, energy or vibrancy or frequency. But this is like, I don't know, this is a dark purple or black. It's almost like all the colors or none of the colors or whatever black represents. I can never remember. But it is very much a vibe. I do think you've actually been working like on your chakras, whether you realize it or not. I think you are I mean, this is balance to me. This is harmony. There's this, you're in balance. And I love this for you. And I think this is important to you. And if this is something you've been working on, then I don't know you. I'm just reading the cards, but Spirit sees it. Spirit sees the work you've put in. She sees this kind of path you're on. Okay. And you're here asking about love. So let's find out, like, I guess something I was going to say with that is like, I don't want to say that you deserve it more than anyone else, but you've intentionally put the work in and you will get your reward for that. That's what I see in this love thing. You're going to find your person in this. They're coming to you. All right, something about them coming to you. How are they making their way to you? How are they coming to you? Okay, so we've got 5 of Pentacles, and Death, and no one's dying. It has nothing to do with that. 2 of Cups. Death to me, I like it because it's new beginnings. It's shedding the old. It's starting fresh. It is new perspective. It's such a beautiful card of like, even in the plant world, it's like, it's this plant now is compost and it builds new plants. It's just this very much like, I really like the Death card. There are cards I don't like. This is not one of them. So I do think this person, and 5 of Pentacles, this is like, the 5 of Pentacles is, although this picture doesn't really paint this picture, but it's not a great card. It's a card of, I want to say, of lack, of being without. So why doesn't this look like the 5 of Pentacles? Am I losing my mind? The 5 of Pentacles is definitely a card of like wanting something that you don't have. Hold on here. Give me a second. 2 of Cups, friendship, community, absolute love. So, okay, I mean, we have to read the cards. They're here, right? So, question is, how are you going to know when this person's coming to you? There is a heaviness here. There's going to be a lack, but there's going to be a fresh start. There's going to be a complete new beginning, a transformation. And I feel like this transformation is going to be bred of something that was lacking. Okay, so this could be the new you emerging because you were lacking confidence, you were lacking a certain aspect of like morality, you were lacking I don't know, but I just feel like this is you transforming, which you really truly are doing. So this almost like backs up the you now. And maybe this is saying like, really, this is your time. This person is coming to you. This is a card of like community. This is a card of like, not only like communication to me, but like feeling good, feeling whole, feeling complete, feeling settled. It's not a card of isolation. It's very much a card of like togetherness. So you will either or have been or will be letting someone in soon. And I feel like you're gonna know, like, okay, it's my time. I'm turning over, not turning over a new leaf because you have to, but there's gonna be a new pattern, a new thing you do that I think will come out of necessity. And I'm trying to think of an example because I don't want to talk that one in circles too much, but I think a lot of this is where you are right now. But this is actually a very beautiful set of cards here. This set of cards is like, you've got a rebirth. You've got a fresh start, a new life. There's something new and exciting. There's an absolute fresh start coming to you. And when that happens, this is when this person's going to come into your life. I want to see your person in 3 cards. Like, let's see them and let's see if this gets you jazzed. So we've got 8 of Pentacles. It's funny, it came out different deck, same. Okay, anyway. Oh my God, Ivy, is that 4 of Pentacles? Okay. And the 7 of Wands. Okay, so this person, sorry, I'm just thinking. Okay, Ascendant of Wands. You know, these 3 cards, they don't really speak. Sorry, this is you're doing everything you need to be doing. I think you are on like this beautiful path, and I feel bad because I'm prefacing everything by being like, oh, this doesn't look that good, but it actually is. But here's what I'm getting out of your person. I don't know if they're like very much into giving back, if they're a healer, if they're a doctor, but there's something they're doing where they're like, there's something very selfless about them. They absolutely work hard, but they're absolutely like, they're just, I don't know, you're gonna find this person almost like out of necessity, but I can't explain that in a way that doesn't sound good. And the 7 of Wands is like, there is a little bit of a need here. There is a little bit of you like pursuing something or wanting something and kind of needing it. And I feel like your person. Because the title here, the theme I give to these 3 cards is how are you going to recognize your person? And I almost feel like you're going to meet them. You're going to recognize them because you're almost going to feel like you need them. You need them for something. You need them for help with like work or with life or with this journey you're on. There's something you're almost going to like need from them, and they're going to be able to give it to you. Okay, let me get 3 more cards about your person, because I gotta say, there's an intensity to this. And it's so intense. It's truly, it's like, it's beautiful, it's positive, but there's an intensity here. And what I'm feeling isn't something I feel a lot in readings. It's a very good thing, but it's like, boom, like this is gonna come in like you're gonna know it. And I can't even put it, I'm almost at a loss for words, but I wanna see 3 more cards. I wanna see your person in 3 cards. Okay, so we have the Empress, which I love. It is one of my favorite cards in the whole deck. We've got the King of Swords, and we've got the Ace of Succulents. So I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna put it here. Okay, so the Empress card, I love. It is a feminine energy, but it can absolutely be prescribed to a male or obviously a female. But your person is caring, they are loving, they are nurturing, they are like mothering. But again, if this is a male, it is someone who embraces you, who warms you from within. It is someone like so wholesome and good, and it fills your cup. Like this is someone that makes you feel so warm and fuzzy and complete, and they make you feel like your feminine energy, your divine feminine. You feel whole and complete, and they are truly exceptional. King of Cacti, they're smart. They are no nonsense. They are very much like, they know themselves, they know the path they're on, they know what they want. They're truthful, they cut to the chase. Like there's a swiftness to this person. that I like, and it is something that I think you would absolutely respect and recognize right away. Ace of Succulents, this is such a fun card for like, there is romance here. There is love here. This person is, I think they're going to be smitten with you. I think you're going to make them feel something very intense. I think you're almost going to like make them feel more alive or more something more good, more, I don't know, you're going to bring something to them as much as they're going to bring something to you. And that it's interesting, like you guys, maybe that's part of the vibe here. It's like you're almost going to be finding them as much as they're going to be finding you. And I didn't feel this in the other piles. In the other piles, I felt like, okay, this person's going to find you when, but I can't really say that for you. I feel like you guys are going to find each other because there is going to be this like, you're going to know that there's this new exciting beginning. Whatever that means, it is going to be good. It is going to be for the better. And it is going to be this like rebirth, this kind of like, God, I want to say Genesis, but I don't even necessarily know exactly what that means, but that word came to mind. You guys are going to find each other and you're going to really, really complete each other. There's going to be this incredible sense of like romance, love. It's going to feel very like sensuous, very sensual, very passionate, but it's going to be very good. There's going to be this brightness and this light behind it. And I really like, I don't know what else to say for this because there is something very exciting, but very, I can't put my finger on it. Okay, so let me see. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna ask Spirit, what do you have to look forward to? Because I want you to get excited because I'm excited, but I want you to get excited and I want you to watch more readings. So, okay, what do you have to look forward to? What exciting thing is coming your way? We've got, I want you to be able to see all these. The Four of Wands, that is a lovely, lovely card. The Seven of Swords, that's a fun card. And the Four of Swords. Okay, so there is going to be a certain amount of, I think, clarity that comes to you. I think you can look forward to an element of peace, of rest, of relaxation. There's going to be like a calm that you get to truly enjoy. But there's celebration. This card is the one I want to point out. There's some kind of ceremony, there's celebration, there's friendship, there's this, like this setting roots, this kind of of creating roots, of setting roots down, in a very, very positive way that has to do with like finding your place, finding your person, wanting to set roots. And the Seven of Cacti, I mean, I'm going to call this a fun card because there's a playfulness here. There's still an edge. This isn't like, there's a fun and there's an edge here. And I do think your near future is going to have something in the form of like ceremony, something in celebration, something that makes you feel good, something where you feel peace, you feel at ease, you feel rested, you feel relaxed. And there's still that fun element to it, that edge, because you do have an edge. You've been kind of experiencing this pure way of life, but you still have an edge. There's something to you, and you're going to get a little more grit maybe coming your way, but in a good way. Like in a more, in a harmonious way. Okay, I'm going to end your reading because it was so different than the other readings, but truly positive and truly good. And I hope you got something out of this reading. So pile 4, thank you. You have a beautiful light, a beautiful spirit. There's something very kind of spiritual about you that is almost making reading for you like there's a little bit of a challenge here. So yeah, it's interesting, but please let me know if you have any comments or feedback. If you would like to like or subscribe, please do. And I see this very powerful intensity, which is good and exciting, and just a point of growth, and there's something big happening for you, and it's lovely. It's lovely. I can't stress that enough, but it is. It's big. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope to be able to read for you again. Thank you. Goodbye.